that was a bit of a hint of sort of buy the most you could probably buy.
Good morning, guys. Oh, we need to make our bed still. Ignore that. Good morning from London, as you can see, perfectly demonstrated behind me from this lovely piece of artwork on our wall in the hotel. Let me sit down with you guys quick. So today is day 6? No, it's technically day 5, as in out of the 10-day quarantine, but for us, we've been here 6 days. I've done a little calendar just to tick it off, which means that we're halfway through today. But basically how it works is you have to quarantine for 10 full days, but the day you arrive is counted as 0, and the day you leave is not counted in the 10 either. So it's technically 12 days we're here total of the actual full day of quarantine, if that makes sense. So yeah, feeling good. Actually feeling better than we thought we would feel. So far we've not felt trapped in or claustrophobic or bored or anything. We've not had any sort of negative feelings so far, which is very good. I think it's down to the fact that we've had such a busy few months. This has actually given us a chance to slow down and just stop for a second. It's forced a rest upon us, if that makes sense, but it's also been a time where we can get a lot done. We've had a lot of admin to sort out, having travelled from the Philippines back to England. We've not been here for nearly 2 years, so there's a lot to sort out, a lot of documents, a lot of things with forms and booking doctor's appointments, booking dentist appointments, booking our vaccines in, booking in baby scans. We're getting stuff ready for where we're going to live, which we'll be obviously sharing and revealing with you guys in the future in the next coming few vlogs. But yeah, can't complain. We thought today we'd do a general day in the life in quarantine and maybe some people watching this are booking or having to book to stay in a quarantine hotel, and this is going to be an insight into that. We've heard a lot of horror stories, we've heard a lot of very, very bad things about staying in these hotels, and obviously it's not a choice to stay here. It's not that we're choosing to come and stay here. In order to come into England from a red list country right now, we have to book a quarantine hotel. You don't get a choice. You can't quarantine at home because it's a red list, not an amber list. Again, I'll reiterate this like we said in our previous vlogs, it was obviously fully our choice. We fully understand why we have to do it. We're grateful and lucky in a position that we can pay to stay here. Yeah, it's actually been fine. So far, so good. The food has been good. You saw our breakfast earlier. It's been quite nice having a full English breakfast every day for the past week. It's getting a bit samey with the food, if we're being honest. This hotel seems to specialise in curry and in a lot of Indian dishes, which we both love, luckily. Having it for lunch and dinner every day is a little bit samey. So there is actually a secret European menu they told us about that if we call up we can sort of ask for. And that's had things like pie, pork chop with mashed potatoes and vegetables and things like that, typical British dishes. But overall, it's been good. We're going to do, like I said, a little roundup of everything today. We'll show you lunch in a second. It should be here soon, actually. I think it's already, yeah, it's 11:45. The days go quite quickly here. We allowed out for exercise as well, so we'll show you where we can go for that. George is just over here in the dark. Wait, I don't even know if you can see him.
I'm in the office. This is where I've been. This is it's nice because the room's not huge, but I've got this section here. I've got this section here where I've been eating my meals here in this throne, and I can get a little bit of work done.
Yeah. On
the laptop. The Wi-Fi's good. The Wi-Fi's 30 meg up and down, perfectly fine for what we do. And between sitting here, sitting on the bed, going for a walk outside once or twice a day, and just I've been just stood there staring out the window for hours, just hours and hours.
We're doing fine.
Thankfully, we have a view. That's been really saving us. But the days have been going fast. We've been managing to keep busy enough that time is flying by, which I don't want to jinx it. I want it to keep doing that. After this, we only have 4 full days, and then we're free. So it's going to be good. And we've still got stuff that we want to sort out whilst we're in here.
It's going too fast.
Yeah, we're forced to be locked in this room, so we might as well get all this life admin stuff done, and it's a perfect opportunity to do it. So yes, it was very expensive, ridiculously expensive. If we can find positives in this experience somehow, then that's what we're going to do. That's how we
make the most of it.
That's how we approach everything in life. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. Oh, hi there. I think we've been given the wrong lunch.
Yeah, slight mishap with the lunch day. We're given the wrong room number, but it was just the 6 looked like a 0. So easy mistake. We've just called and they've sorted it out. They're going to send the correct one. So for anyone wondering, we're staying at the Millennium Gloucester Hotel. You don't get to choose. You just get allocated. So you make your reservation, and then when the invoice comes through for your payment, they basically allocate you to a hotel in the country. We landed
She's pregnant. I can feel that.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank you so much.
You're
so much.
Oh, so nice. Did you say she can feel that I'm pregnant? So nice. Staff have been amazing here. What was I saying? Yeah, you basically get allocated a hotel when you make your booking, and we'll talk through the whole process of getting here later, but just while we're on the topic of food, you basically get 3 of these per day: a breakfast, a lunch and a dinner slip. And when we checked in, they actually said, I mean, I don't know if this is the same for every hotel, but they said that you can pretty much order what you want. There's, oh, stir-fried vegetables again tomorrow. That's well nice. We're basically back to the beginning of the week again, so we're having repeats of things. But for example, the breakfast one here, let me show you a close-up. It's only got 3 hot menu items, but the guy at reception was like, if you want to just order bacon and eggs on toast, just write it down and they'll do it. And that's what we've been doing, because the rest of it is all like rolls, like as opposed to actually cooked meals. So that's been fine. And then same again with the lunch and dinner. If, for example, we feel like having the curry and the pasta, they don't mind. You just tick both of them and they send it. You also get choices of like juices, fruit. Sometimes they send us like a chocolate muffin randomly, or like a cereal bar or a packet of crisps. It's always random, but yeah. And you always get like water and stuff. But the food has been good up to this point. I'll show you what we've got for lunch now. Okay, so lunch today we've got some curry and rice, which looks good. Some fish goujons with chips, and which George and I will probably share. And then we've got a portion of steamed vegetables each. And the curries also always come with naan bread or pita bread. Today's snack looks like some ginger nut biscuits, an orange and a bottle of water. We've also got a little stash of our own food that we've brought in as well. So I'll talk through that later, because you can get stuff delivered. But for now, I think we're just gonna have some lunch. We're gonna pop something on the TV. Massive TV as well, by the way. And we've actually connected up our computer to it. So we're using it as like a monitor, which has been really, really good. So we can like play our Netflix and YouTube and stuff off of it. But yeah, we'll catch you guys after we've had some lunch.
This is the only part of the real world we can see. Okay, so we are now out. Oh, sorry. Come here. We are now out for. Oh, shall I not sit on that?
There was something I saw. Oh, you're.
I think I'm good. Just trying to get comfortable here.
I think you're fine. Sorry, I saw something gross. I think it was.
So we are now out for our daily exercise, which we are allowed. They say 20 minutes a day. However, we've spoken to a few of the security guards and they say if you have to give them a call,
yeah,
and then someone comes to your room and they take you out to this kind of area that we can walk around in circles. But they say if you give us a call and it's not too busy outside,
yeah,
we'll let you out
like
2 or 3 times a day. It would be totally fine. I think the most we've done is we've only done once a day actually,
yeah,
because that's all we've been used to. We've been in so much training for this because of lockdowns and stuff previously, that we kind of feel like once a day is enough. I mean, don't get me wrong, we're looking forward to being free in a few days and being able to walk around our hometown and along the seafront and stuff like that. It's going to be amazing.
But for now, this is enough for us. It's cold as well, so
and
we kind of want to get back to the warmth.
Yeah, the other thing is we didn't realise that we would actually get this daily exercise when we first booked.
Stuck in the room, and I don't think everywhere does.
I'm not sure if it's every hotel, but
I think we're lucky with this
one.
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
Yeah.
We could even run if we wanted to.
Yeah, people have.
Yeah, people are jogging around. Dinner time, which is one of my favourite times of the day anyway, but especially in these quarantines. What do we have? I hear you ask. So today, as Lucy I think mentioned earlier, we have ordered off menu, meaning we have something that we haven't had. This is like a classic dish actually. We haven't had this for a while. I mean, it does come in these plastic containers, so it doesn't look great at first. Kind of looks like aeroplane food. However, is it good? Do you know what? It looks good. Once I get it on this plate, also we did request proper plates and metal cutlery, which you can have, but then you have to wash it up yourself. So sometimes I make the effort, sometimes I don't. Okay, this is not going to be too presentable, but do you know what? I could just eat out. Oh, there we go. So really good. There's my dinner. Lucy is saying in the background that it tastes good. Sausage, mashed potatoes, vegetables, and gravy. So yeah, definitely a hack that we are so glad that we know. And if you are someone who's having to go through this, definitely see if they've got other menu options or if you can request certain things or special items really, and different dishes. Just to mix it up a little bit. But don't get me wrong, like the food here has been pretty good. The curries are really nice, but I've just had about 15 curries probably recently. Day 8, which means COVID tests. You have 2 COVID tests when you're here. You do them yourself. I thought it was going to be like a nurse coming to your room and doing the swab test, but you do it yourself. We've done our first one on day 2, which came back negative, thankfully. We now have our final COVID tests, one for me, one for Lucy. So as long as these are negative, then we can leave in 3 days. Okay, swab test complete. We didn't film it because, well, firstly, it's not very nice to watch. Secondly, we have filmed swab tests on the channel before. I'm not a fan of watching other people get swab tests, so we saved you the pleasure of that one today. But 2 swab tests ready to go off, and then someone's going to knock on the door in a few minutes and pick them up for us. We'll then get our result tomorrow, hopefully, because last time we did this, it was a 1-day turnaround on the result, which is pretty good. And if all is good, and we feel fine, we don't have any symptoms, so fingers crossed, between day 2 and day 8, we haven't caught it on our own in this room. Then we will be free to leave and finally be reunited with our families, which feels like it's getting closer. It's going to be a huge moment. We've kind of had this time to prepare for that because it's going to be emotional. It's been 2 years nearly since we've seen our family, so it's going to be a very big moment. Lucy's currently tucking into an apple. So another question I know people are going to have was, how much did this actually cost? You can look on the website and stuff. It increased. The day that we booked this, the price increased. So for 2 people, before the price increase, it was going to be £2,400. But when we went to book it for 2 people, this hotel room cost us, the most we've ever spent on a hotel, £3,700. That is the guy to pick up the swab test. So one of the good things I should mention is that you can do Amazon deliveries. You can order Amazon packages or any other deliveries to your room. You just have to put your room number and then they arrive at the door. You have to ring security to warn them that you've got a package coming, and then it gets delivered. So what we did was order a ton of food and snacks and delicious things, really, which is what I have here. I made myself some overnight oats. I bought some oat milk and some oats, and I put them together and left it in the fridge for a while, but I'm gonna add to it now. I've got some peanut butter here, which I'm gonna add. I'm also gonna add some bird food. Lucy bought this bird seed. It's not really bird food, it's just seeds, looks like bird food, but apparently you can eat it and it's good for you. Also gonna add, we've been collecting, we actually have a fine display of jams now. So I'm gonna, raspberry, blackcurrant, what do we have here? Honey even. I'm gonna go for apricot jam, nice flavour. I'm gonna have that, enjoy my little snack. And you know what, before we know it, I'll go for another little walk and it'll be dinner time, and these days just fly by. Okay, so we have pretty much showed you what a day or 2 in the life of a quarantine hotel in London is all about.
Very thrilling, hopefully. Hopefully you've enjoyed watching
this video is gonna be interesting for us to look back on in the future. Like, remember that time we had to quarantine in our own country?
We should talk about the process of getting here quickly as well.
Yes.
I know it's a bit backwards and it's the end of the video.
I have to say, that was very smooth. So before we left our red list country, we had to book, obviously, like PCR tests and our flights and everything like that.
Whatever the country you leave has certain requirements, but also the UK and different airlines and stuff have different requirements as well.
Yes.
So make sure you do your research.
Because we saw several people, families, people at the airport who had done one step wrong.
A lot of people.
And they were questioning it, and people were getting turned away at
every step.
Immigration and like stuff.
We saw arguments at every step, really, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. We saw people confused with the rules and stuff, so just make sure you do research if you're having to do a journey like this.
They change so quickly, so like
they do.
Literally on the day of the flight, just check it again, triple check.
But in terms of booking this place, we had to just go online, put our flight information in, pay the huge fee that is the fee for staying here.
Yeah.
And that was pretty much it.
There was a slight problem with our booking, and I think it was our mistake and when we put our information in. So we were trying to contact them. We called the phone line. Is it CTM?
Yeah.
Is that the name? The people that kind of monitor the hotel, manage the hotel bookings. We got through to them straight away, but it took about 7 or 8 phone calls to them for them to actually make the correction.
It did.
So it wasn't that easy.
And the correction only came through the day before we flew, so
Yeah.
we were a little bit nervous that we wouldn't have the right documents, but we
So
did in the end.
Make sure you really take your time filling out the form, because if you make a mistake, it takes a long time for them to correct it.
Yeah,
So
hopefully
bear
there's
that
not
in mind.
many people watching this who have to do this journey,
Yeah.
or have to stay in a quarantine hotel in London. But if there is, then hopefully it's been a little bit helpful. And when we got to the airport, we were pretty much taken through step by step personally by people.
It took a very long time.
It was
there
longer.
like 7 or 8 different steps, and come here, give us this form, come here, take this sticker, take this label, get your luggage, fill out this form. But like you said, there was no confusion. There was no what do we do next, because every single step someone was there to tell us.
A lot of extra steps than just what we're used to, just arriving, showing the passport and off you go. But have to say, considering it was very smooth and we were led through every step of the way, we were then directed to the correct coach.
It depends whereabouts you are. So are we West London? Mm-hmm. Yeah. I did never eat, show did we? We're West London, which was the blue category. So we were put onto a different coach there. We had to drive for actually we were quite lucky. We were the second stop, but I think some people on that coach would have probably been on the coach for a good few hours.
Yeah.
Because they have to go to the hotel. The guy that's sort of taking you there, that's on the bus, goes in with your passport and checks that your booking's correct.
That was a slow
Then he comes
process.
back out, and then you get your luggage and go in. So, and also obviously the hotels aren't all close to each other. It's all around London. So bear in mind, go for a wee after the flight. Bring some snacks with you if you can, because you might be on the coach for a long time before you actually get to your hotel.
Yes. And with that being said, I think we've mentioned everything we possibly can mention about this experience. Come back soon for another vlog. We're going to be seeing our family in a few days. I'm pretty sure that'll be the next vlog on the channel. Mm-hmm. We're so excited. We hope you guys are excited to follow us, come with us on this journey, and spend some time in the UK for a while, which has been... It's so different, and we've only just experienced this small little portion of London within this hotel, but once we get out in the world of the UK again, I think we're going to have like some reverse culture shock, because we've been in the Philippines for so long. So please come back for the next video very, very soon. Subscribe if you're new around here. Please give it a thumbs up, help us out, and we will see you in the next juicy vlog. Goodbye.
Juice, you not say daily juice.
Well, we're not necessarily daily anymore.
Sometimes
we're daily, sometimes
we're not.
We like to keep it interesting, you know. All right, guys, we'll see you soon.